it's TJ. I am back and I just want to come in and help you out a little bit. I think we all need a little bit of help. And without further ado, I want to share with you some things that you can do to incorporate self love, self care, and elevate your vibration, raise your vibration. I don't know if you know this, but that is the ticket. That is the key to success. Raising your vibration and keeping it there. Okay. I like to do an example of 1 to 10, something very simple and practical. On a scale of 1 to 10, you want to stay between anywhere like a 7, high 6, but I like 7 to 10 whenever possible. I know that life happens all the time and there is no shortage of that. So that said, the key is to really focus in and hone in on your self-love and your self-care. The number one thing that you can do to start to raise your vibration is to forgive. Forgive. And before I get into any deeper into this, I just want to tell you we all start out with 100. It's like when you go to school, everyone starts out with a clean slate. You start out with a 100%. And then it is up to you in school to keep that 100%. So it's the same thing with your vibration. We were all born as innocent babies with an elevated, a high vibration. And it is our job to keep it there so that we can continue to call in what we want, or to start calling in what we want in our lives, what our desires are, whatever it may be that is pure, good, and decent. So number one to get started is to forgive. Acknowledge your feelings and emotions about whatever the thing is, then release it and let it go. Release it and let it go. Oftentimes, when you hold on to stuff, it is like carrying a weight, a burden. You're carrying the burden while the other person is moving on with their life, enjoying it or not. Whatever the case is, you're only hurting yourself. And on a molecular level, you are hurting your body. You are deteriorating your health. Okay, so forgive, acknowledge your feelings and emotions, release it, and then let it go and move on. Number two, feel good. Do things to foster your desire to always feel good. Do things to foster your desire to always feel good. It is not selfish, and even if it is perfectly acceptable, because when you feel good, that translates into everything that you do, and you pass that on to other people. So it's a domino effect, and the key is to raise the vibration. And not only just for you, but for the people around you, for your community, for the world, for the planet. Like, nobody wakes up and they say, oh, I want to have a bad day. I want to have a bad day. I don't want anything that I want. No. Everybody wants to feel good. And it doesn't cost anything to do that. As long as you are doing things on the level, okay? Good and decent, purest intentions, or whatever. Do things to foster feeling good for yourself. Okay? Number three, take responsibility. Okay? Own your happiness. It's an inside job. Has nothing to do with anyone else outside of you, any circumstance outside of you. It is your responsibility and yours alone. How often, and this could be you, but how many people do you know, and how often do you see other people always pointing the finger outside of them and excuse after excuse after excuse as to why or why not? It is internal. Your happiness has nothing to do with that terrible, terrible gift that your boyfriend got you. It has nothing to do with how unthoughtful your mother is or your father is, or your best friend is, or inconsiderate that your coworker is. It has nothing to do with that. We are sovereign beings, and we have the power and the ability to choose to be happy. Okay, so that is number three. Take responsibility and own your own actions. Excuse me, own your own happiness, and understand that it is an inside job. Number four, last but not least, there are so many ways to elevate your vibration. I have other videos on this channel if you want to see other ways, but these are the big time internal ways to raise your vibration and keep it there because you are doing the inner work. Number four, own your power. That means resist, release that. Release the resistance, let go of attachment, and stand in your own power. A lot of times there are things that we dread doing, or things we just don't like. And we spend a lot of time talking about the thing or things that we just don't like. We don't want to do it. We don't like doing it, or we don't like this person, or we don't like the outcome. We're attached to whatever an outcome is, and then if something doesn't turn out the way we anticipate or that we hope, then we are just all over the place, all out of sorts. When you release attachment, when things don't happen in the way that you expected them to, or the way you really really wanted them to, then you're missing out on the fact that the thing could still happen, but it may happen in a different way. So it's really important to show gratitude, and that's number five. Be grateful and show gratitude for what you already have and what's actually going on, because the way the universe, the way God works, is the doors will start to open, and there's different things that are set before you and laid in your path so that you do get what it is that you desire. But the key is to always be incorporating your self-love and self-care techniques that I am giving you here in order to raise your vibration. Okay, so be grateful for what you have, release resistance, and release the attachment to any specific outcome, because that may not have been the thing that was going to serve you. Okay, but then there's a door over here that's going to open up to you for something better than what you were trying to get over there. I hope that helps. I hope I made sense. I was kind of excited and jumping around a little bit, but those are just a few ways to raise your vibration, and it's all inclusive of you feeling good, being happy, and just flowing. It's just flowing and letting go of crap that does not serve. Until the next time, live simply and be kind.